first problem. 10 and 5/10 divided by 5. Let's see what lucky soul gets to do that one. Maybe it'll be Andrew. I'm gonna skip you on purpose just because. No. It's not Andrew. It's Tanaya. I wasn't even looking, Andrew. I didn't skip you on purpose, I swear. I swear. I swear. Wink. Wink.
That reminds me of the Lego Batman movie. Blinky, bling, 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 bling.
Don't put leave that off. But yes! Perfect! Yay! Very nice. I just told her don't do that. It's fine. The only thing I'm going to say is don't do that. Very good. Nicely done. 27. Do y'all need me? I'll stop writing it so high. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I'm not much taller than y'all. I'm sorry. 27, 48, and 6. All right. Next victim. Person. Sorry. All right. Next person is Eli. Where's your paper? I'm not looking at you. I was looking at Smart. If you didn't get finished. Really. Because you never know, I might call on you and you're not going to have anything done. And saying I didn't get it done isn't going to get you out of having to do it. Very good. Okay, you should have got 1 and 8/10 for your answer. Where's your paper? You find it. Because if you don't have it, I'm going to assume that you didn't do it. You need to find it. You need to find it. Come on, Jasmine, I have faith in you. You can do it. This one's super easy. You can do it. I have faith in you, Jasmine. Well, I had accidentally written for number 3. I had accidentally written it twice. Oh, did I actually write that one? No. Okay. Go ahead. Do that one. Because I thought. So I wrote that one. So I wrote that one. And then, oh, so I skipped that one. So then I skipped that one. So then I'll go back on the other. There we go. So Jasmine looked up, she got the really, really easy. Easy. That one, 34 into 210 and 8/10. Yep. Sitting there with your fingers crossed, rocking back and forth. It worked. I called you. Kelsey. Sure hope you get it right, Kelsey. I don't think you have to worry about it. But you do need to work on it. No. 3 is 24 plus 3 is 28. Shouldn't you have a piece of paper out, Shamar? Circle something? I couldn't find it. It's not an excuse. Shouldn't you have a piece of paper? Yes, ma'am. I should have a piece of paper, and I should be doing it. Wow. Maybe when you look for something. Forgot. happen. But it doesn't matter because it was still too big. I did that. Never mind. 6 and 2/10. Alright. Alright, so I did that one. 95. 3,213. Let's see if it's not Andrew. Let's put the juju on here and say it's not Andrew. Not Andrew. Not Andrew.
You don't want it. You're not supposed to say his name if you don't want it to be his.
Not Andrew. It's Caitlin.
Oh.
You know, I didn't want to get out of bed this morning. Let's see how that worked for me.
I didn't want to be late. I know.
Can't always get what we want. Darn. I wanted sausage links for breakfast. Didn't get those.
I wanted donuts.
Yeah, I had to buy that because I'm out of cream.
And I wanted donuts for breakfast. Neither of us got what we wanted for breakfast.
Yeah. I haven't had time to go to the store.
Well, I still had some pretty good stuff.
Question? Who sticks? So if I don't like that, I would not do that. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that.
I don't know. I don't know. You seem like a tight teacher.
I would not do that. Okay. 11. 72. And stop it for 10. Okay. Kylie Gordon. I subtracted. That's fine. You look at it and see there are check marks all the way down. If there are check marks all the way down, nobody needs it. If there are check marks all the way down. Okay. Shh. What? Because if you do 7, what happens? And it's too much, so then you have to do 6.
He's kind of like to the side.
I don't even know what you're saying. I forgot your don't forget your decimal. Okay, the only thing I'm going to caution is when you're doing it, make sure, I mean, you may be able to keep up with it, make sure that you put your numbers on top, because right now, where it's still blank right there, that might be okay for you, but I don't want you, like, later. It might be because I'm writing bigger than you do, but see how they're not really lined up. I don't want you later to think that this is a whole that needs a number. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so you just want to make sure that you put a number over a number. Does that make sense what I'm saying? It's good though. 6 and 6/10 should be what you got. All right. Antoine. No. 9/10. Even though someone felt the need to yell out the answer. Okay. 15. 2,250. Myra. There is no desk. No. Oh. No. On the board, or did you write something down wrong? Oh. Oh. That's a problem. Huh? That's okay. How many times can 15 go into 75? Shh. I may have written it on the board wrong. Who knows? Mm-hmm. Excellent. Oh, you wrote that down yesterday? Today. Oh, so I didn't write the number on the board wrong. Okay, never mind. She had the number. Okay. So one thing I want you to do, this is one thing back here that some people don't do. If there's a 0 in the back, they stop. They won't bring it down, and they'll go, they'll do the 15 into 75, and they'll get 0, and they won't bring that 0 down. And they'll just tell me that the answer is 15. 15 times 15 is 225. That's not the right answer. You need 150. You still have to bring that 0 down. That's why I keep saying over and over that every number in the house needs a number on the roof. Even if it's a 0, when you have this number at the end, you still have to bring it down. Even if it's a 0. Can 15 go into 0? No. So you put a 0 up there. So even though it's a 0, still divide into it and just put a 0 up there. Yes. She did 4, but if you notice, she wrote 5. Because she did a little mental math. I was afraid you were writing 4. I was like, please don't write 4 up there. Because you would have got a remainder of 15. And your remainder cannot be the same as your divisor. But she wrote 60 and was like, oh, 5. So she was doing some mental math. Don't got it. Okay. No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm glad you asked. So 15 times 5 is 75. But this is my main thing right here. It's people, not everybody, but a good number of people stop and don't do this last thing because it's a 0. You still have to do it. Every number in the house needs a number on their roof. You see what I'm talking about? Are you sure? Okay. I mean, I know you guys will do it, but there are a couple in here that I know won't do it. I'm just not even going to talk to you anymore right now. I'm just not going to talk to you right now. Okay, so I'm going to add another problem on here. And I'm going to type it because it'll be faster. No, it's not. And you don't have to copy this problem. I'm just typing it because it's a word problem. You do not have to copy this problem. You just have to solve it.
Okay.
Yep. Now, be aware that this whole time it's still recording, so you might want to not be ridiculous. Is it worth getting it in today? Okay. So, come on. This thing needs to stop being ridiculous. So there is that problem. I would like you to solve it. At the fabric store, you spent Antoine. At the fabric store, you spent $51.30 for 15 yards of fabric. How much did each yard cost? I would like you to solve that problem. You do not have to copy the words, just solve it. Okay, for this problem, how much was 1 yard? I'm sorry. So if you know, I'm going to show you a little strategy. You don't have to use this strategy, but this is one thing that they're really pushing for us to do. We know that the total cost is $51.30. We know that we bought 15 yards. 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So they bought 15 yards for a total of $51.30. Does this bar model show the problem? Yes. They want to know what is the cost of each yard. What is 1 yard? So you need to be able to do a bar model that shows, sometimes, and I tried to tell this to Emily. I didn't try to tell her. I was telling this to Emily the other day because she had some hard math. She takes geometry. And geometry is like shapes and, you know, things to solve with triangles. And you have all these things to help solve triangles. And I said, sometimes you just have to draw a picture. Woo. And to solve this stuff. You know how we tell you, sometimes you have to draw a picture? And when she could not figure out these questions that she had, and I said, here, draw a picture. And she was like, huh? I said, you can't just read about a triangle. Sometimes you have to draw a triangle. And she said, well, my teacher says that we can't draw pictures. And I said, what is this? Yeah, that's a math strategy. You're supposed to draw pictures, especially if they're telling you about angles and sides, and if this angle is equal to this angle, you got to draw the triangles. Especially if you're a person who has to see it. I'm sorry, you didn't tell your teacher that I said draw those triangles. We can get up. Math teacher. You want to fight the air or something? All right. And I was trying to pull your stick. I really was, Andrew. Okay. Is that number 1? Aaron! Nope. And I tried. I really did try to pull your stick this time. Huh? You want me? Well, you can't write down here. Does my bar model offend you?
Yes.
Oh. What are you going to do when you have to actually, when I tell you to draw a bar model? What are you going to do?
Draw one and do my work on the other part.
There you go.
How are you supposed to solve it with the picture? Like I'm gonna use it.
The bar model, sometimes drawing a bar model really, you can't touch it. It really, the smart board does not like it. But sometimes drawing a picture can really, especially if you have like a 2 and 3 part problem, sometimes you really do need to draw a picture. Because the problem can be extremely difficult. So 15 goes into 51 3 times. 3 times 15 is 45. 51 minus 45 is 6. Bring the 3 down. 63. 15 goes into 63 4 times. 4 times 15 is 60. 63 minus 60 is 3. Bring the 0 down. 30. 15 goes into 30 2 times. 2 times 15 is 30. 30 minus 30 0. So 1 yard of,
Do we have to draw the arrows?
I would like it if you did. So 1 yard of fabric is $3.42. So when you buy 15, that's a lot of fabric. So 15 yards of fabric is $51.30. When you buy 1 yard is $3.42. Whenever you go to the fabric store, you tend to buy it in yards. They'll just take it and go flop, flop, flop. And you'll get like 3 feet of fabric. You buy it by the yard, not by the feet. When you go to the fabric store, they have like a meter stick or a yard. They have a yardstick on the table and they just go flop, flop. And they cut it and you'll buy a yard of fabric. Okay. One more problem.
Let's see if it's 1 out of 100.
Okay, here we go. A.
If we actually get
I really did try, Andrew.
I really am concentrating. I'm not sending the bad juju. This time. You're not too this time. If we actually that's a 30 minute.
No.
Me or your Just kidding. It's not a 3.1.
It's a 2. It's just not a very good. It's not a very well written 2. 2. Yeah.
I know.
So 6 cannot go into 1, so a 0. But 6 can go into 12 2 times. 2 times 6 is 12. 0. Bring down the 8. 6 can go into 8 1 time. 1 times 6 is 6. Subtract that, you get a 2. You need to be really careful with these 2s. They do look a lot like 2. I know, but here they're like. Okay. Okay, thank you. So you get a 2. Bring down the 4. 24. 6 goes into 24 4 times. 4 times 6, 24. 0. So $2.14. So 1 ounce. Whenever you see the PER per, that means for 1. For each one. So per is for each one. Shamar was asking on the checking. He says, is this how you check? Because you do need to know how to multiply decimals in order to check. So, because of the fact that you do have a decimal, now you multiply exactly the same. The steps for multiplication do not change. Just like the steps for division didn't change. The only difference was there. What? You might have done what Shamar did, because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Just like bringing that decimal straight down. Yeah. It does not work all the time, so do not get in the habit of doing it. So with $2.14 times 6, you still do the top times the outside. Your steps for checking are exactly the same. So the only difference with this is that you have a decimal. So right now, what you're going to do to check is you still just multiply like you always multiply. I'm going to pretend that the decimal is not even there. So there's a decimal thing. Do not treat it like addition where you bring it straight down. That is a big, huge no. Do not do it. I'm not fussing because people do it even after I say don't do it. When we really get into multiplying decimals, they'll go, oh, and they'll bring it straight down, and that's big no. But I haven't even showed you what to do with the decimal yet. So 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 1 is 6. Plus 2 is 8. 6 times 2 is 12. Now, what you are supposed to do with the decimal. Now, right now, yeah, it works if you just bring it straight down. But that is not what you are supposed to do. Because if you get into where you've got decimals on the top and decimals on the bottom, it does not work. You look at how many decimal places does it go in. Eli, please tell me you're not drawing. I get very cranky if you are. It goes 1, 2 decimals in. So down here I go 1, 2 decimals in. Because if you have like one, let's see, number, decimal, number. I'm just making something up because I'm really not teaching this right now. Okay? With number, decimal, number. See how I cannot bring it straight down because I've got 2 different number places. I can't bring it straight down. So no. So this one goes in 1, 2. This one goes in 1. So when I'm done multiplying, multiply, I have my answer, number. I'm just making something totally up. Listen. I bring my decimal in a total of 3. That's all you do. I multiply it like I always do. 1, 2, 3. That's all you do with your decimal. This one goes in 2. This one goes in 1. Total of 3. 1, 2, 3. That's all you do. You do not go straight down. Don't get in the habit of doing it because just like here, it won't work. It will not work. You move it in the number of place values that it is. The total number of place values. So this one's 1, 2. This one's 1 for a total of 3. So that's how you do it. Now on the other ones where there's only 1, sometimes it works to bring it straight down, but please don't get in the habit of doing it. Yes. Because if it's here and here, and I bring it straight down, I've got to go 4 places in. It's got to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it straight down? No, it won't work. It would only be 2 places in instead of 4. So it won't work. This is not adding. Adding, you bring it straight down. Multiplying, you're supposed to move it in the total number of places that the decimals are. You cannot bring it straight down. Do not. Please just listen to what I tell you. Emails. It's like yesterday with the phone. Okay. So this will really, really get into this when we do multiplication with decimals. But I only brought it up because those of you who want to check. But there aren't remainders with decimals. So do you really have to spend your time adding a zero? No. You should just get what's on the inside. And do not bring the decimal straight down. This one goes in 2, so you bring it in 1, 2. You do not bring it straight down. Do not get in the habit of doing it. If you practice doing it wrong, you're going to do it wrong. Bless you. So do it. Please do it the way I'm telling you. This one goes 1, 2 in, so you go 1, 2. Okay? Question, or are you just playing with your hair? I'm not even looking at that right now. Okay.